A lot of us go through life complaining about things. I'm certainly one as far as taxes and regulations in the business in Los Angeles and California as a whole. But I'm inspired that a friend of mine and a business colleague for a long time has really taken up the initiative to run for office here in Southern California. Dan Tran is running to be your assemblyman if you're in District 48. He's a longtime business colleague, very successful in real estate, as well as a friend. And Dan, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Bill.
What in the hell inspired you to run for office?
Well, man, so originally I had joined Glendora Rotary to get involved with the community. My aspiration at that time was to get involved with the city, and then sooner or later get onto city council and then become mayor one day. You know, Glendora is my hometown. I am a product of Glendora Unified School, and I graduated from APU. So I wanted to give back to the community.
Well, hold on, APU is Azusa Pacific University, which is located in the Glendora area.
Is located in Azusa, the neighboring city, yes. And Azusa is also in the district. And then, so getting involved, and then I joined the Central Committee for District 48. And, I was on there learning about, policies, politics, things that were going on, things that I didn't know about. And then when you learn about it, you're like, it triggered something. So when the opening came, I was able to, get enough signatures and get on the ballot. I ran. I didn't spend any money because I didn't want to, invest into the primaries if I didn't know what was going to happen. I got in and I did a lot of, meetings and a lot of, networking, and I did events, and I did a lot of social media. And when the primaries ended on Super Tuesday, I had beaten the incumbent by like 1,000 votes.
Wow.
So that's how I got involved, and now I'm full speed ahead. I'm campaigning, I'm fundraising, I am going to city council meetings in the district. I am, grassroots, meeting people organically, and when it gets closer to November, I'm going to do what every realtor does now. I'm going to be doing a lot of door knocking.
So, and that's what we call retail campaigning, right? Meeting people, pressing flash, and making your case. So, for anybody who's interested in more details, we're going to continue the conversation, but just to kind of put them on that his website. Well, I lost my spot there. Dan Tran for district48.com is the website. Dan Tran for district48.com is the website. There's a picture of Dan looking at his most hunkiest, best looking picture there. A little Photoshop maybe, I don't know. Good looking guy there, Dan.
I appreciate that.
And the cities that he covers, Azusa, Baldwin Park, Covina, some large cities, Glendora, West Covina, and so on. And then if you want to donate, there's a button here to donate. If you want to volunteer, there's a place to do that, and contact info. So why would somebody vote for you versus your opponent in the upcoming election? What do you think the difference would be to a homeowner or resident of Azusa or Baldwin Park or Covina? What are the issues that you see that are important that you want to get involved with?
The reason I feel that I would like to earn your vote is because organically I'm not a true politician. I'm actually going into this position with my true intentions of working for the people. I want to hear from the people and ask them what they would like, to be done in their cities, so that I can go back up to Sacramento and do my best and use my vote and my influence to pass those initiatives, those, assembly bills that that are being done, stuff like that. So for me, I'm bringing back what a true politician should be, is a servant of the public, and that's why I'm asking and what I'm going to do to earn the vote.
In my time, and I don't know how long I've known you in real estate, at least 10 years it seems like. I don't want to age you. I've been in business 38 years, so I want to age you along with me, but I know you've been around for quite a while. And one of the leading in your niche in real estate during that time period, because you communicate well, you talk to customers, you find what they need, and you deliver. And that is not what happens with politics today. So I don't really know. It's really interesting. I don't really know which side of the aisle, or politically, where you are, other than I know you to be somebody who is attentive and sensitive to customers' needs and committed to delivering that, as opposed to most politicians who all they're doing is lining their pockets. Do you see yourself entering, if you're successful, entering a career politics full time? I mean, obviously you get a salary. It's a pretty involved position. Do you see yourself giving up your real estate career? Do you see something being temporary that you come back to? How do you see yourself down the road?
What I'm going to do is, I mean, honestly, I'm going to keep my real estate career going. I mean, I'm obviously going to have to hire, assistant to, be my boots on the ground. But for me, this is a 2-year term, and my goal is to do 5 2-year terms, and in 10 years term out and retire out of politics, and if need be, come back to the city and be on city council and mayor of Glendora one day. But that's my goal right now, as in politics. I'm not trying to go up further in the ladder. I mean, if the door opens up and there's a possibility, or I see it, then absolutely. But for right now, if you're asking me, I've already set that as my goal, and that's what I plan on doing and stuff like that. So I mean, I know that, being a politician, it comes with a lot of, stigma. But for me, my parents were refugees from Vietnam, and they came here. The Catholic Church gave them $12 each and said, "Welcome to America." They didn't speak a word of English, and they both, were able to start a family, build their careers, buy real estate, and flourish. We're very blessed. I grew up. My grandma raised me when my mom and dad were at work. Vietnamese was my first language because nobody knew English yet. So I learned English after the fact. And then now, with the opportunity, now, my mom and dad can say, their son, the first generation American, is going to be on the same ballot as 2 U.S. presidents. The opportunity is endless for the people who take the chance and seize the opportunity. So for me, in politics, I'm going to, base my decisions, base my actions on how my parents raised me. I have a very close relationship with Christ. I grew up, and I'm still continuing. I'm practicing Catholic Christian. So, those are the things that, I have instilled in me, and that's the way that I'm going to continue how I run my business, how I'm going to run in politics, how I run in life, how I parent my daughters, things like that.
I don't know if you follow, national politics much, but recently, Vivek Ramaswamy was interviewing Ann Coulter, and she made a comment that she wouldn't vote for him for president because he was too Indian. And they had a long discussion. That comment got a lot of press as being discriminatory, and she explained that it was that her concern that he wasn't committed to American values. And at the end of the conversation, his story was very similar to yours, that he was a second generation, that he appreciated the gifts his family received of the opportunity of our country and local services. And as a result, at the end of the conversation, she said, I would vote for you because it's not about the color of your skin. It's not about your lineage. It's about the values you create. And I know you well enough to know, without even hearing the story, the values that also come through you and come through your family, come through your kids, your commitment to it. So just on behalf of, I can't vote in your community, but I can support, and I wanted to at least interview you and do my best to share with people. I think that District 48 and that part of the San Gabriel Valley and Walnut Valley are very fortunate to have you even considering serving that community. And I wish you the best of luck. And again, for anybody who's interested, Dan Tran for district48.com, or text or email me. I'd be glad to send you the link. If you want to support, if you want to donate, if you want to volunteer, I'd love to have you. Dan, any last words here? What do we do? It's today's last day of May, and you got a ways to go still.
I plan on doing what has gotten me here today. I mean, I'm just going to continue to go to every city event that is out there. I mean, it's a lot of cities, so there's a lot of events on top of, work and being a father. But, I want to be out there. I want, to see the public, and I want to hear from the public. I mean, people can reach out on the website and have a meeting. If you want to do like a neighborhood, get your neighbors together, and I'll come out, I'll sit down, and I'll talk to the people, and I'll hear the people. Like I said, my goal is to earn your vote by hearing your voice and being your voice when I'm in Sacramento.
Well, next Friday, a week from today, we're having our Agents Helping Agents event in Dunbar. I know you in Walnut, actually, for real estate agents and investors. And you come there as a vendor. I'd love to have you if you're open to it. Make a pitch about what you're doing and why you're doing it. So that's an open invitation, whether it be in June or July or August or September, October. Love to have you. Love to support any way I can. And again, it's not so much that it's a policy that you're claiming. It's I know you and I know your values, and I just really am honored that you would take the time to support our community that way. So thank you so much for your time today, and thank you for the commitment of what you've taken on. And hopefully we'll check back with you soon. Okay.
Thank you very much. Have a good day, Bill.
Dan, thanks so much.